and learn. Well, I guess informative and learning would be the same thing. Experience here with yours truly, the Cheesy Toy Reviewer. Tonight, I'm going to do something pretty cool. I will be starting my preparation for my rechroming of my G1 Megatron. Now, for those that have been following me through the beginning of these steps, you'll know that I've done a lot of work on this and had some trials and errors. And ultimately, what it came down to, okay, so I got my G1 Megatron, and it was a nice looking piece. It was a nice looking piece, but ultimately, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I was kind of unhappy with all the little scratches and nicks in the chrome and on the body itself. And I said to myself, well, this won't do, and we are going to try to get this so he looks like he's brand new out of the factory. And it's been a daunting task, to say the least. I'll tell you some of the things that don't work, and trust me when I tell you, don't try this. See these little guys right here? These are wonderful, wonderful markers. They're chrome paint markers, and they do give a nice mirror effect. And for touch-up jobs on little small pieces, these things are lifesavers. They are absolute lifesavers. But, and this is a big but, you do not want to try to rechrome a big item, say for like a G1 Megatron, where his body's, predominantly chrome. With this, it just doesn't work. I mean, even if you laid out perfectly, which I did on one piece, it still just doesn't look right. So that didn't work. So if you had your grand illusions that you can, rechrome your G1 Megatron up with this guy, don't waste your time. Do not waste your time. And then I tried using Brasso. I read on a forum this stuff is safe to use on chrome plastic toys, and it will not strip away the chrome, and it will safely get rid of a scratch. No, it won't. It will not. In fact, it will only make it worse, and it will get rid of the chrome. I'm assuming because the chrome is electroplated, and it's not really, I guess, chrome per se. So if you decide to go this route, this is one of the least abrasive ones too that you can find on the market. Chrome polish itself is actually harsher. This only made one of my pieces worse. So not going to want to go that route. I even tried taking a microfiber cloth, very soft, and I spent hours trying to polish scratches out of chrome, and it did not work. It basically, I got to the point where I was like, no, this just isn't going to cut it. It's a failure. So this didn't work either. So I tried a few different techniques, all which I read were supposed ways to do it. Let me see if I can fix that camera a little bit. None of them worked. So that left really only one other option, and that's getting your figure completely re-chromed. And I found a service that will do it, and I saw some of their results, and I was pleased with it. And basically, if what they say is true to task, they should be able to take the pieces I need chromed and make it look like it's brand new out of the factory. However, they do not do the prep work. So with that, I'm going to have to do this myself. And I'm going to be showing you a couple things. I'm going to first, again, show you how to remove the chrome fairly easy, and it will not affect the plastic underneath it or anything like that. It's pretty safe with Ready Off. And then and I'll show you. I did it on one piece here, a couple pieces actually, but this one right here. See this piece right here? I completely removed the chrome on this. But if you see, like you can see, like when let's see if I can pull it up here. See how you can see those scratches and abrasives, right? Like right there is a perfect example. See those little scratches? That scratch is in the plastic. And if I sent this in to be rechromed, I would still have those scratches in there. It would just be rechromed over, and that would defeat the purpose. So I said to myself, okay, I need to find a way to get rid of these scratches. And I found a technique that is probably the most effective I've used, and I'm pretty happy with the results. I started on this piece last night. It takes a lot of time, but you can actually erase the scratches out. Literally erase it with an eraser. This isn't a regular eraser. This is actually a plastic eraser, primarily used for getting marker off plastic. But it will effectively, with enough time and patience, safely, without adding new scratches, get rid of scratches. And I just started working on this piece, but it's not an easy process. It's long. It's going to take patience, and you're going to be in it for the long haul. But it will work, and it's the least abrasive way I've seen to remove scratches completely. And if you look at that one piece, see how the rest of that shines? Look at that one piece right there in the middle, how it's less shiny. That's the part where I was erasing. And you'll see there's a tiny little nick there. I'm not done with that yet, but believe it or not, that was a pretty deep scratch. I mean, it went all across from like here to here. And I was able to, and when I say a while, I mean a while. You're going to be looking at doing this for hours. So this is not a fast process if that's what you're thinking, but yeah, and I'll show you more on that later. First things first, we got to get things rolling here, but it is effective. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is prep my chrome pieces that I need to get removed, and that will require my little Phillips head screwdriver here. Go in my little toolbox here. All right. Don't want to spill the water. Okay. You're right there. So, and I'm going to keep this open because I'm going to be putting all my screws right there. Keeping all my screws in there. So I keep them in place. And the first thing we're gonna work on though is get this camera focused down here. These guys prepped to have them be dechromed. So I'm gonna want to take this piece off right here. See right there. It's fairly simple. One thing I've learned is, for the most part, these G1 toys are pretty fairly easy to. You're being a little stubborn little guy, aren't you? Okay, here we go. Here it comes, like that. Right there. So it's important that we don't lose these, all the little pieces, because eventually I'm going to have to put them back together. And this will just come right off, just like that. So, see, like right there. Okay, for example, when I was telling you I had a deep scratch that I erased out, that's almost erased out. I'm still not done yet. It was like that. Yeah, that was a pretty serious scratch. So, and I guarantee you, like when I show you, once this is dechromed, that scratch is still going to be there. But let's move on. So I'm going to put our gun barrel piece right there. And next thing, because I got two of them here, I'm going to work, so I want to get these chrome pieces off here. These all have to be rechromed. So what I want to do is get these little pieces off here. So I'm going to take my little screwdriver here, and poor Megatron, he probably feels like he's being violated every which way but Thursday. I'm sorry, Mr. Megatron. It's for your own good. I just want to get you better. So I'll take the one. I'm pretty sure this should do the trick. 2. Okay. Okay. 3. 4. Okay. It's helpful if you could get little sets that have a little bit of magnetism on them. I guess, is that the right word? Magnetism? Because it'll just pull those suckers right out. You gotta fidget with them. So. Come on. Come on. Oh, okay. Ooh, that was close. A little close there. A little too close for comfort, in my opinion. So, this is going to take, see how this is going to pull this piece out? And you take this little piece off right here. So you got that right there. And then this piece should come right off, I would think. I saw this done on YouTube. Alright, let's do this first before we fudge around with that, make things a little easier. So we got to get this screw off here. This actually attached, this is where the arm goes. And you really want to get that out there like this. And what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to put this in a separate bin itself. Okay, so we got this one piece off already, right here. And we're going to take these screws right there. I'm going to put them in a little separate section here because I don't want to lose these. So you get these all together. These are his arms. I want to make sure I don't get those mixed up with the screws on the barrel. Oh, and this guy's got to come off. I don't want to force this off though. So I'm going to see if I can gently get this off. Okay, here we go. All right, so there we go. Just like that. I'm going to take little fists and little arm pieces, put it right in there. And it's a little compartment. We're going to go to this piece right here. And the nice thing about these G1 toys is they're pretty self-explanatory as far as getting the pieces off. They really are. It doesn't take a lot to figure them out, so you can just really just get in there and just don't be afraid. And as long as you keep the pieces together, you should be okay. So, again, yeah, 6 pieces here, actually 7 on this one. This is the arm where you slide the barrel or the scope on and off, so there's a little more there. So, like that. 4 right here. Well, here's the 4th one. Like that. Alright, and let's see, is that coming off? Oh, we're not going to muck on. Well, I'll just take the whole thing off first before I start pulling on things. Especially when you're dealing with old toys like this, it's very important to, you know, don't force things. Because when you force things, bad things can happen. And it's one thing to mess up a paint job, but it's another thing completely to mess up the part itself. And then you gotta go muck around and trying to find replacement parts. And why do that when you already have it? You know what I'm saying? It's there. So, okay. So both arms are off this Megatron. Alright. See, that piece came right off. That was in there. All the screws are out. That one part, I still got a few more to do though. So we're going to put those in there. And then put that in there. And we're going to, let's see if this piece comes, oh, okay, that's right. This piece I got it right there. There's that little extra screw. So I'm going to take that out like that. See, that piece comes right off. Along with them, right there. See? Easy peasy. And again, this is you don't want to try to force this, kind of like easy, gently get it off there. And this is trying to be very careful here. Let's see if this will help. My flat head. Let's see if we could just kind of wedge it in there and pop it off without. Up there. So I'm going to try. Let's see if I can just do this. I think I might be able to do that. Okay, I think so far so good. All right, go to this side. All right, this one's being a little stubborn. I don't want to get too, I didn't want to mess around with the screwdriver too much because, you know, then I risk adding more scratches to the chrome pieces, and that's not worth it. Okay, see? There it comes off. Okay, so, as you can see, oh, and here's his barrel piece, right there. Right there. And I'll show you, see, this is what I do when I did use the chrome marker, and, you know, it doesn't look terrible, and maybe even to like the untrained eye they might not notice it, but anyone who's worth their salt and is a collector, they're going to notice the difference between that and that. So you have all our little chrome pieces here, right there, ready to go in the cooker, if you will. And I wanted to save this for last, primarily because I don't know if I'm going to get to the other figure tonight in time. I might not, but yeah, that's not the important thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some Super Clean. I waited specifically for this last because, you know, you can be dealing with some toxic fumes here. Although this stuff isn't the worst. So I'm going to slowly pour it in. You may see it on the side. The purple stuff. Alright. Slowly pour that in. And we're going to take the pieces here like this. And we're going to drop them in, just like this. So, ready? There's no turning back here at this point. This chrome's going to be gone. And we're going to Stick a few pieces in there. And I'm going to put on my gloves too. Okay, and last but not least, we'll put you in there. Okay, so our chrome pieces are in there. We're going to let them sit for a bit. I didn't. Should have got my gloves ahead of time. And while those sit, these pieces, when I did these with the Hot Wheel cars, it took the chrome off fairly quickly. And these pieces are a bit different. They're going to take a little more time. Oh, it's still labeled as, I put in the wrong category. I tried like some ASMR thing a while back ago. I must have forgot to take it off. Sorry about that. How you doing, Funtime Foxy? You're in the process of watching me dechroming a G1 Megatron. And I will be sending these pieces in to get fixed. So, well, these little guys right here, see? They're mixing in there. And that chrome is just, you could kind of see it happening already. Right there, see? You could kind of see it melting away. Added a little bit. But these are more chromed up pieces and they need a bit more time to cook. So while we're waiting for that, let's not make haste. We're going to take a little film set. How you doing, by the way? How you doing? Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Yeah, doesn't your stream like start soon? I think. And I did plan on popping in, by the way. I know you said it was your birthday or something like that. I did not forget, my friend. For those that haven't, please check out Funtime Foxy. Very fun guy. Fun stream to watch. I used to play a lot of games with him. Oh, you streamed in the morning. For some reason, I thought you were doing it at 9 o'clock at night. You stream in the morning? Well, jeez, man. Oh, 11 a.m.? Okay. I'm sorry, man. I apologize sincerely then. I had planned on actually tuning in after I did this. So, but I do apologize. I did make Alt's birthday stream, though. Popped in and said hi to Alt 90. What's going on with you, bro? How's life? So, nice looking emotes, man. He's very talented, Mr. Funtime Foxy. Very talented artist, too, may I add. And as you see, I'm taking out the screws here. And again, we're going to keep these all in one little area. And this is how you're going to want to get to the base of the chrome. Oh, nice, nice. How's Neymar doing? Hopefully he's doing well. Neymar was always good peeps, man. I always liked Neymar. It's a shame what they did with Friday the 13th. Oh, that was a close one. Almost lost a screw. Almost lost a screw. And I don't want to lose any of these screws. This poor Megatron is being subjected to my Frankensteining. So, but it is what it is. That's good, man. That's good. Okay, you're being a little stubborn, son of a biscuit, aren't you? You are being a stubborn son of a gun here. Okay, and then we're going to go to this screw right here. See right there? Again, this is the piece that attaches Megatron's arm. So we're going to go in here. And this guy just wants to come right off right away, doesn't he? He's ready to be free. He's like, yeah, I'm ready to come off now. So we're going to take that off. And this should pop right off. Looks like this. Looks like that. Look at that. And he comes apart fairly simply. See? The arm piece here, see? Like this. right there. So, right there, piece off. And I'm going to put that in a little arm pile. I have a little pile with arm screws and attachments and so on and so forth. And we're going to try to get this off gently as possible. So I'm going to try to gently get this off. Because you really, this is an old toy and you don't want to muck around with it too much. You really want to try to get this off as gently as possible. So I'm going to wiggle it a little bit here until he comes free. And it'll eventually come free. See, like there? So let's see. Let's have it there. So let's see if I get this like this. Here we go. See? Ta-da! It's magic. It's magic. You can do anything your heart desires. Oh, and I see some progress here, folks. So keep in mind, these pieces like this, were dropped into something called Ready Clean, and look at the magic it does. Look at that. Let's get this. Look at that. That chrome is done and gone. Isn't that fucking sweet? I'm sorry. Isn't that sweet? Look at that. That's beautiful. We'll keep it in there a few more minutes just to get any, because I still see a little bit of residue pieces. Oh, thank you for the alert. Much appreciated. All right, so we're going to go back, and now we're going to move to Megatron's left arm here, which, again, there's an extra screw because you got this piece right here. See? Right there. And we're going to disassemble this. And the Megatron's pretty easy to put together. Oh man, I tell you what though, I miss you guys sometimes. I do. You guys are always good peeps, and I always had fun playing with you guys. Are you getting the new PS4, by the way? I know that's I'm sorry, PS5. I know that's the top of the charts for the holiday list. I saw some video where some people were running in the mall to get to this thing, right? And they were tripping over each other and literally running people over to get to a goddamn PS5. I never understood that stuff. Never understood that. First off, you don't want to get a video game system on launch anyway, because in general, there's always quirks and problems. So my general rule of thumb is I usually wait 6 months to a year before I get it. But secondly, do you need it that bad where you gotta run people over, like physically hurt people just to get to the store so you can get your PS5? Well, what's wrong with people? I don't understand this world sometimes. I mean, I get why. I do get why, but it's foreign to me how people can be so, I don't know, stupid. It's the only way to describe it, stupid. Alright, so, we got here, and finally we got this one last screw here, which attaches his arm. And I'm going to leave one of these pieces chrome, because when I send this in, I actually want to give them an example of what he should look like chromed. Because, believe it or not, there's different shades of chroming. Alright, so, you may hear a fire truck in the background. That is because, well, a fire truck just blew down my street. So, we got to get this piece off right here. Right here. Come on. Okay. Nice. So, my Megatron is now bodiless and armless. As you see, right there. We got all these nice little chrome pieces here, and we got to get this off here. This little guy, you got to get off. All right, and that's off. So I'm going to put these with my other little Megatron pieces, and I'm trying to keep them in order because these screws are so small, but not all of them go to the same area, and I don't want to have to deal with the possibility of putting the, you know what I mean? It's just easier not to have to deal with that. So in general, rule of thumb, it's always better to keep things where things are supposed to go anyway, right? So let's see. We're gonna see if we can work you off. Let's see if we can get you in there with the little screwdriver. Like this. Let's just kind of pop you off. Just a little bit, like that. See? Come on. You know you want to get up there. Don't you want to hang out with the rest of your sibling body parts? Just want to hang out. They want to feel like they're a family again and they need you. Okay, there we go. See? That's not so difficult. We're going to kind of work it off a little bit there like this. Just gently jiggle it around. Don't want to put too much pressure on there. Let's see, look how small that piece is right there. That little tiny red piece. It can easily break. So I got those pieces off, and our Frankensteining is done. Now let's look at these chrome pieces we have so far. Want to see a football? Okay, I'll bite. Let's see a football. So, all right, so this chrome piece. Nice, Mr. Pockets. Thank you. I hope you're enjoying the season. Okay, cool. So you got to look at this. That was chromed. That was essentially this piece. See, right there. That was essentially this piece, and I took all that chrome off, and I'm gonna dip it in some water here, as you see right there. I'll move this over here so you can see a little better. I have a little water vat, and I have a freshwater vat. We're going to put that piece in there, and we're going to just systematically do that. Make sure that all the chrome's off. Oh, yes, you have a ton of footballs. Are they deflated? Are we going to have to get the NFL involved? Maybe, yeah. Well, for those that don't know, that's a Bill Belichick Gates reference. All right, so some of these, wow, surprise. There still has, some of these are really hanging in there. As far as like chrome being on there, but let's see if we can find some more pieces of. Okay, come on. Oh, got a few more minutes for these to go. As I said, these are going to take a little longer. So, as of now, I'm just going to give that a minute or two, and I'm not going to put those in just yet because these parts just yet. I'm going to let that finish. All right, so I'm going to show you really quickly. As I was mentioning before, you're going to want to buff scratches out of plastic. Let's see if I can get it there so you can see it. See how you get that little almost semblance of a scratch right there if you hold the light up to it? To get scratches out of plastic, you're going to want to go to the Walmart. I did say the Walmart. And you're going to go to the arts and crafts supply area. You're going to pick up a plastic eraser. In fact, I got it right here. This is what the package looks like. Like that. Okay. It's an eraser set. As you see, right there. One right there. Plastic vinyl eraser. You're going to take this eraser, and you could safely do this with as much pressure, just about as much pressure as you want, and you're just going to go like this, just back and forth on the scratched area. Put as much pressure as you want. The eraser is not going to hurt the other parts of the plastic, like that. And as I said, this will work, but you're going to be doing this for a while. It'll take hours to get this plastic out, the scratch out of this plastic. right? And what you're going to want to kind of look for is, you're going to want to look before you take the buffering cloth to it, or the microfiber cloth. You want to wait till you kind of like see like, almost like there's like a coating of the eraser. See how it kind of looks like it's coated with the eraser, like that? So I'm going to grab a newer microfiber cloth, one I didn't use. And I'm going to take the microfiber cloth, because microfiber cloth won't hurt the plastic either. And you're just going to give it a rub like this. Give it a rub. Give it a good rub down. And Mr. Pockets is showing me his mad set of footballs here. I'm assuming those are his emotes. Yes, they have to be his emotes. Right there, see? Right, and look, see, it's gone. And let's see, did I get rid of it? No, it's still there, but it will eventually go away. And like I said, at one point, that center piece right there was a big old scratch right in the middle. Big old scratch. Let's see if I can find it. Do I have the example? No, I don't have. I already put it in the cleaning stuff. But there's a big old scratch in the middle there, and I spent hours on that last night, getting rid of that scratch. So it will work. Let's check the chrome pieces. And I will, like I said, I'm going to be leaving one of these chrome pieces alone, because I want, when I have this sent in to be rechromed, I want them to see what the original chrome should look like. So one of these pieces aren't going to get dropped in the vat. So let's go in here and check these out. Let's see. And when you're working with ready clean, you should wear gloves. Let's see. So far, okay. I think that piece is good. That piece is ready for the soap and water. So I'm going to swish it around in soap and water a little bit, and then drop it in the clean water right here. So, like that. Let's see, the barrel. How about the barrel? Look at the progress. Oh, this guy's got some time. See, this stuff works really well, but when it comes to like a fully chrome figure, it's going to take its time. See, still got some work to go there. Let's see if we can find a piece that is ready. Let's see. So what do you think here? So we got that, like that. And I'm using a parchment paper underneath here, so I'm not really worried about getting it wet underneath. I really just want to make sure I get the chrome off here. And as you can see, there's still some semblance on the chrome there. Like that. And yeah, so that's not done yet. I'll put this piece back over here. Let's see about this piece right here. Okay. And wow, this stuff is really taking its time. I mean, it's working. Clearly it's working, but it's really taking its sweet time. So until then, why not? Let's just... Oh yeah, of course you gotta wear gloves, man. This stuff is... I use Ready Clean. And this stuff... Now, want to see some real vile stuff? Because I'm going to show you. This stuff I used for getting rust out. And this will take the rust off just about anything. But this stuff is vile, bro. You need to be using this in open air, windows open, in a fan. And because this stuff will get to your head and really mess with you, man. But it works really well. Works really well. But the stuff here isn't too bad. The Ready Clean. It's not too bad, but it's just always better to be precautious. So, I guess while we're waiting, I didn't expect it to take that long. I'm gonna continue. Give this scratch some rub down here. See if we can get it off. This sucker has been a thorn in my side since last night. I was literally up till 11 or 12. I spent well over 2 hours to get this heavy scratch to where it is now. But it's still being a little stubborn, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it all the way out. I'm going to be honest with you. But I got, considering where it was at, I got most of it out. So like I said, we're going to take the buffering cloth here. Like this, see? A little microfiber cloth. And just give it a good rub. You're not going to hurt it. Now there's faster ways to do this. You can use plastic scratch filler. They also have a plastic scratch off. That supposedly will get rid of scratches. But I really try to really go the least abrasive way as possible, especially if you're dealing with like an old toy like this, man. You really want to use some TLC here. And before I send these parts in, I'm going to make sure these are as scratch free as possible before I get them re-chromed. But yeah, it takes a bit, man. It takes a bit. All right, so let's see. Do we have another piece that's ready to go into the cleaning water here? So let's see. Yeah, see right there, like that. That was all chromed on, just like that. And that piece is ready. So we're gonna dip it in the water here, and then just drop it in the clean water here. So I got my little clean pieces here. These pieces are ready to be re-chromed. And let's see, let's see what else we got here. This piece, I'd like to think, let's see. These guys have been see, look at that. This chrome is being stubborn on these guys, and that's because this Megatron was really, he was electrically chromed on very well. So right there, so you still got some of that chrome lingering on there. Take a look at this piece. This piece looks like it might be okay. Yeah, I'm thinking so. We're going to drop you right in the water. Soapy water first. That water next. And let's see. How about you, big guy? Oh, okay. Well, I always welcome questions. No, this is actually, I guess you could say it's a weapon. What was the message deleted for? That was weird. I don't know. Well, I'll answer his question anyway. This is a Megatron. G1 Megatron. See? And basically, I was pulling the chrome off those pieces because I'm going to have them re-chromed. But no shenanigans, if you will, that would require me to worry about the law enforcement. None whatsoever. All right, so how about this piece? You have to be done. Come on, be done. Yeah, it's a toy. It's a G1 Megatron, 1984. The only Megatron I acknowledge, because it's his original alt mode where he was a Walter P-38. And in fact, I got the box. Well, I'm not going to grab the box. I got my glove here, and it's got chemicals on it. But I have the original G1 box. Let's see if I can get a nice little showing up there. See? See right there? That's its box. Right up there. So that's a nice little figure, and this is what I guess you could call my tool workstation, if you will. I try to restore toys to the best of my ability, and right now I'm trying to get these pieces de-chromed so I can have them re-chromed. So these guys are being stubborn here. They're just being real stubborn. Why are they being so stubborn? I don't know why they're being so stubborn. It's a little annoying though. So I'm gonna take these pieces now. See, and this is my ready clean right here. This stuff is pretty awesome, and it's not that expensive either. It only costs like $8 for a big bottle of it. So right there, so we're gonna just drop it right in there like that. And there you go. I'm gonna leave one piece here. Like I said, I wanted to keep one piece. So I guess we'll use this piece. Let's see. Let's save this piece. This piece. I do resell a lot of my stuff. I restore a lot of toys lately, and I do resell a lot of it. This bad boy is mine, though. This bad boy I'm going to be bringing to primo condition and keeping for myself. So I'm going to keep this piece right here. So when I send those other pieces in, I want them to have an idea of what his original chrome should look like. See how that's a nice shiny example. I'll give them a good example. Now look at it. Now I want to show you. Look at this. Watch this. See how the chrome's just kind of bubbling it off. Just like that, see? Just comes off by itself. This stuff's really well. Okay, so let's check out some of these other. This piece was being stubborn. Let's see if it came off here. And like that, it's still there. Why are you not coming off? You're not wanted. You are not wanted. That little bit of chrome. The original G1 Transformers was usually a combination of both. Megatron has a lot of metal on him. Like for example, see right there. See, that's all metal right there. Not like the junky ones they make these days. But these parts are plastic, and they were electronically chromed onto the plastic. They use some kind of vacuum process. So it's pretty cool how it's done, but unfortunately, you can't buff them off with your typical stuff like this. So I tried using Brasso. This is a very low abrasive polish. I tried using Brasso, and it would not get rid of the scratch. In fact, it just messed up the chrome even worse. And I also tried this right here too, and this did not go well at all. Steel wool, and this is a very low grade steel wool. This is a 0.0000. This is the least abrasive steel wool you're going to get. And it wouldn't get those scratches out. So I had to take matters in my own hand. I'm not going to be recoloring. If I wanted to, I could send it to see how this is going here. Like this side right here. Look at that. I could get it I could buy like a little sprayer, a hobby kit sprayer, and buy some chrome paint. But it's not going to get that original chrome look it would get brand new out of the factory. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send it to get it re-chromed by professionals, and they're going to make it look brand spanking new. So that is the game plan. And I think these pieces are safe. Pull out. So these are the pieces that all that right there. So you know these little pieces here. These were all just in that. These were all just in the purple stuff. So we're getting a little towel and see if we can get this. All right, there we go. Dry these off. I'm not going to really, just going to kind of gently press dry it. I want to avoid any kind of abrasion or scratching whatsoever. And with any luck, okay, so right here, this is a good example of what I was talking about earlier is I took all the chrome off, right? That is the original scratch. And that is a deep scratch right there. That is a scratch that will be hard to get out. I'm probably going to have to spend hours on that scratch to get that out. But I'm willing to do it. Or is that... No, is that little... That's still some chrome on there? What do you think? That looks like it's chrome, not a scratch. God damn it. In you go, back in the sauce. Alright, so I'm going to dry these little pieces off. Like this. Okay, so right there. So all the little minor scratches that were on the chrome aren't going to show up on the plastic. See? So it looks nice. And this bad boy is ready to be reglazed. Just about. See? And any little scratches that I do find later, I may find some later, I'm going to erase out with just a regular eraser. So that piece I think is done. So I'm going to put it to the side in the done pile. And this, I debated on taking this off right here. I don't know though. I don't think I have the tool to get that out. I don't even know how to get that out. Any suggestions would be great. But that little piece right there, without damaging it, of course, that little joint piece. Looks like a stud of some sort. But that I will have to send in regardless. And I'm hoping they're smart enough, and I will explain for them not to, but hopefully they're smart enough to know not to chrome that. So that piece is done. And here we go. Get this off here. See, looking nice. Is that a little scratch there that I see, or is that more chrome? I think that's some chrome still. Gosh dang it. Why are you guys being so stubborn? It's being stubborn, then there's some more chrome there too. Anyways, I'm just going to keep going at it here. Okay, did we finally get this off? So this is one of the main pieces here. This is the barrel piece, and there's still a little bit of chrome on there, but as you see, it got it right off nicely. And look at that. That is, I don't know what that is. That discoloration on there. Don't know what that's from. That's not from the Ready Clean. I know that much because I've used it enough to know it doesn't do anything to plastic. That just was originally there. It's just probably because it's dirty old plastic. But you can see like the scratches that are there that are going to have to be erased out, and that's going to take a long time. These pieces are going to take a long time to get done. All right, so let's get myself nice and clean here. Take these gloves off. All right, so let's get back to business here. While that's being done, I'm going to get back to this little scratch that was right here, right there. And I'm going to get to keep erasing at it. And then you can put as much pressure as you want on. The one thing I will say is you want to follow the line of the scratch itself. So if the scratch is going up, down, you're going to want to erase up, down. You don't want to go side to side. And you want to make sure before you use this process that you wash it very well. If you can, take a little vacuum to it, vacuum any possible dust off it, and then give it a good washing. And make sure it's nice and clean, because if it's dirty, if this piece is dirty when you start this, you're going to be smearing the dirt and any possible little pieces into the plastic, which could possibly scratch it even worse. And that's something you want to avoid at all costs. Let's see. So I'm going to take my little microfiber cloth, like that. And let's see. It's still there, and it's going to take a while. There's still some of that eraser left over. But where is it? Well, let's see. Let's do this. Keep at it here. I think we're reaching a point where even if these aren't done yet, I'm probably going to wrap things up. I didn't want to go past an hour on this, but we'll see. I'm going to check one more time before I do. So, but this process with the razor will get out minor scratches, even, I say, borderline heavy scratches. It's going to take a little elbow grease. A little elbow grease, and I'll get rid of it. And I want to get these scratches out before I send these in to get re-chromed. And I'm still debating on whether I may just buy a buffering tool and do it that way too. It may make this process a little faster. But for a cheap, easy way to get rid of scratches, and as I've said earlier, there was a big scratch near a nice gouge right in there, and I pretty much erased it out with hours of using the eraser. You can kind of see the leftover, see where the little light is shining on it? That little tiny indent, that's what's left of that. It did get it out fairly well, so I was happy about that. I'm going to check these pieces one last time. If they're not done, whatever. Because I do have some other things I have to attend to. I'll throw some stuff up on eBay and whatnot. Let me get a glove. Let me get a fresh glove. And I don't like using the tongs with those pieces because those are pieces I'm trying to avoid getting damaged as much as possible. So let's put on a fresh glove. Okay, let's take one last look here. Okay, so this side, right there, there's still that little piece on there. And there's still just a tiny bit, if you can see at the joints where the screw goes in. So that's not done. So that's got to go back in. Now this little piece right here, let's take a look. Oh, we got some discoloring on the plastic right there too. So that's not good. But like I said, it's going to be re-chromed anyway, so who cares, right? They're not going to notice it. This little piece right here, let's take a look. Nope. So these pieces are just being a little stubborn. It'll eventually get to where it's got to get. It could take another 10-15 minutes, and I'm not going to just sit here and putz around and pretend to be busy when I'm not doing anything, except waiting for that to be done. But as you see, the process does work. We need to get a few clean, complete pieces. And I showed you a neat little technique to get rid of scratches in the plastic. And that's something you can apply to any little plastic toy you want. It'll work. So if you ever get a scratch in something you're kind of fond of, and you don't want to risk using any kind of abrasive chemicals, a little eraser, a little pack of erasers, it was $3. And this is the one you're going to want, the plastic eraser, and it will slowly but surely get rid of those scratches. And I think that's going to do it. I appreciate everyone that chimed in, and I appreciate the love. And this will be up on YouTube at some point too. If you like this video, hit that like and subscribe. And if not, I appreciate you just giving me a chance. And I guess wanted to let you know, in a few days I brought a pre-war Lionel train set, another one. and this one's pretty cool. It's got tin-plated cars, and that will be going out. That's what I'll be working on when I say I'm going to be working on eBay, but I'll be doing a little toy review of that soon. So look for. I hope. I'm thinking maybe Tuesday night, in that ballpark. Gonna get that up, and I guess that's gonna be about it for now. I wish you all a blessed night. Have a wonderful holidays. If I don't ever talk to you or hear from you again, or whatever the case may be, and all that good jazz. So this is the Cheesy Toy Reviewer signing off. God bless. Take care. Goodbye.